Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting battle 2 of our Venus set. Can we recover for our 0-1 loss? Yes, our opponent is bringing Blissey, Skarmory, Arcanine, Dragonite, Nidoking, and Hitmon on top of very scary OU-esque team. In the BDSP meta, we are definitely outclassed. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Besides Blissey, we are definitely outclassed. And Arcanine as well. But yeah, before we begin, please like and subscribe and leave your feedback down below. We are starting off with Arcanine. So this is going to be an absolute banger, hopefully, of a match. Hopefully not against us, but hopefully it's an even fight. But yeah, we'll see how we go here. We sent out Arcanine to predict this Skarmory lead right here. Of course, we are banded, so we have to make the right move this first turn. And I think, well, we know that Skarmories are like hazard setters and whatnot, right? So we're just opt to click for the Flare Blitz, because why not? He also has Sturdy, he has one free turn of hazard setup. Nothing we can do about that, of course. But clicking Flare Blitz, we lose nothing. It's a banded Flare Blitz from an Arcanine. Like, what you gonna do? You know, what is your switch it? Excuse the airplane noise in the background. We do get that Flare Blitz off and break it down into Sturdy. Oh! It's not Sturdy, it's Weak Armor, or Key9. That's interesting. Okay, I think that was an error in building on my opponent's part. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. But of course, we eat the 25% recoil in return, so, you know, we still receive some damage there. So you can see we get intimidated from the opposing Arcanine. And then we can either stay in, because we know it's not Flash Fire and it's still going to hurt, or we switch out into the Dancing Dino or Venus. I believe we go out into Venus, because Venus is the resisted type, you know. Sorry if I'm talking louder, that airplane is literally flying across the sky right now. I can see it. Ooh, look at that, going that way. Anyway, we get to eat the close combat off very easily, and now we opt to go for Scald. You know, nothing my opponent can do here really against us right now. He has to switch out. We are forcing that switch out. Now we'll see what he goes into. So he switches out, as we said, and he goes right into Nidoking. A very interesting play. Of course, Nidokings are a threat. If you stick to the channel long enough, you know that we don't really handle Nidokings well. We hate them with a passion, but good thing my Lodic is here to get the Scald off. No burn, no residual chip damage there. But we aren't especially bulky. It's a good thing we do have Blissey in the back. This is why, if you notice, ever since the Marion team, I've been constructing my teams to have a one specific defense wall and one specific split def wall, just for these circumstances, and have attackers here and there. So that's why you notice a little more balance in the teams, or balance in the team builders. Is not, we still got two offenses where we got more defensive, so a little more bulk on our team as well. And yeah, we're free to do anything we want to, really. We could go for Calm Mind or Substitute. We see the EQ, so this is a mixed Nidoking, and we're going to see that Life Orb here because it's not Sheer Force boosted, because it has no secondary effect. So we're going to actually just knock this thing down with the Ice Beam, and that will be it for Nidoking. So a big threat gone. Nidoking and Skarmory both gone, just like that. And we're doing pretty well right now, but we still have a fat wall on that Blissey on his side to deal with, and Arcanine, the intimidating Arcanine as well. Out comes the Dragonite, hoping to put away things early with a Dragon Dance. Knowing that he's probably going to force us to switch here, we are going to go for Ice Beam to break its scale. I don't know what my plan was personally, because I don't know how we're going to deal with this. Because he can just outrage us for free now. But that's okay, we're going to break its scale with Ice Beam. Oh, we see a Yachi. Yachi Berries weaken ice type attacks for super effective ice type attacks, so this is a hit at ×2 instead of ×4 that you'll usually see. But no recovery for him, so no lefties. He is going to have to sustain that damage unless he has Roost. Now we're forced to switch out, and I believe we go for our fodder pick. We go into Queendom here, simply because we know Queendom can't take a hit, but also we can lock him into Outrage successfully. I don't know what other moves you would have. Earthquake or something. Well, we see Waterfall. Interesting. Probably thinking Arcade. We actually ate that hit quite well as a Vespiquen. So it's probably a mixed Dragonite in its own right. I swear I think that's a 2-ko on Vespiquen. Unless I'm underestimating Vespiquen's bulk. We do see the Outrage here. This will knock out Vespiquen. I would have laughed if it lived at 1, but sadly we don't live it. Yeah, so now it's locked in the Outrage. So now we can freely go into Walden here and get our Dancing Dino up because we resist Dragon type moves because we're Rock type. So we have to go for, or we're actually just going straight Rock Slide. Yeah, I think it's better if we went straight Rock Slide. But yeah, Rock Polish might be better in case we missed the first time. He is of course locked in. We are going to live at 30. Oh, it's actually not resisted. I get that confused. I think T-Tar is so bulky, I think it's resisted. I usually use T-Tar against a Dragonite, that's why. But yeah, that's just my experience being miscommunicated here. Oh, we have our Custap popping off, so it really didn't matter if we went for that Rock Polish or not. But we do outspeed everything now. So unfortunately for him, he loses his Dragonite right here. And now we outspeed pretty much everything on his team. We don't have our Sword stats up yet. But as you can see, the power of Rhydon here, I don't know off the top of my head, but I think it's close to base 100 attack. So of course, here comes the Hitmontop. We have no reason to switch out. Vespiquen would actually been perfect for this Hitmontop. We just opt to click Earthquake because we don't fake out Mach Punch is coming. So you know, we might as well just stay in. We have no sense in taking residual damage on anything else. And here goes that Mach Punch. Yeah, as you can see. Big damage. Walden did his job. He knocked out that Dragonite. That's really good for us. So now we have, you know, we start with 2 offensive mons still, Roserade and Riley. We also have Nanny McPhee in the back as well. But we do send out Rosario here because poison resist fighting. Yeah, I think it works vice versa. No, it doesn't work vice versa. Poison, you can see there, does regular damage against fighting type, so we're resisting the fighting type attacks. Out comes that Blissey, so we gotta start wearing down this wall right now. We're gonna set up a Sludge Bomb here. Hopefully we can get the poison. No poison, unfortunately, but we can click Sleep Powder and we can set up spikes again for this game. We never set it up yet because that's right, we led with Arcanine lead. So we're gonna go for Sleep Powder here. Put this thing to sleep. Stall away with it for a couple of turns. And yeah, so now that he's asleep, we can set up our spikes, start chipping down other things in his team. We did take out Dragonite, Nidoking, and Skarmory. Arcanine is not going to appreciate spikes. Blissey is not going to appreciate spikes. Especially if this turns into a HP match. Basically, what I mean is drawing this thing out to a draw because of the amount of bulk we have on our teams. He switches out, of course, probably into Arcanine. Yeah, so it's Arcanine v Arcanine right now. Spikes would have been very helpful against this thing. Oh, we should have actually stayed in and get the spikes. What would have Blissey done in that situation, you know? But we are just going to click Flare Blitz here. We're at neutral Flare Blitz, max attack. We're going to do big damage onto it. You can see it's a 2-ko even at -1. So yeah, that spikes. Oh, and I think that crit definitely mattered there. No way. I think that crit definitely mattered. That close combat will knock us out, I think. Yeah, so that close combat will knock us out, unfortunately. But it is at minus defenses. We're going to see its item here. And it is leftovers Arcanine. So yeah, now we're down to our special walls and our only option is Venus. Don't go into Nanny McPhee. Don't be stupid, just go into Venus. But we know it has Flare Blitz. Or we try and knock it out using Recoil. I know you guys tend to see it too. I try to use Recoil against my opponent. If I can get off a super effective hit, I will. Or if I can let them get a super effective hit off on me when it's necessary, I will. So just so they can knock themselves out. So as you can see here, I'm doing the same thing here. Blissey, I mean, yeah, spikes would be really good on us, but he knows that we outspeed. So, you know, that's a thing. We go for Sludge Bomb. Hopefully we can snag the poison. This time, unfortunately, no. We can go for Sleep Powder again with the spikes again. This turn, again, we do outspeed that Arcanine. Actually, I think that's a better reason, but I think at the time I was just thinking, okay, we can send in Rose Raid, he can outspeed, deal damage on us, and we can knock out Arcanine. But the fact that he switch out is even better. He probably thinks I'm Scarf in some fashion. Even though, am I still at full HP? I swear I think I exposed the Black Sludge earlier. Oh, I'm still at full HP, that's why. Who would have thought? We're going for Sludge Bomb again, because we had him, remember, we had him switching out the last time, right? So there's that guaranteed one turn of sleep. Yeah, remember he switched out last time, so that's why we went for Sludge Bomb. But I think now we'll start going for Spikes now, I think that might be a little better if we went for Spikes to deal that chip damage on the Arcanine. Possibly preventing it from coming back in. Blissey's going to wake up here and set up Stealth Rock on our side. So good thing we don't have Arcanine or Vespiquen anymore, to be honest with you. It doesn't really matter, because we can restore our health and all that stuff. And this is what I mean, the battle might become a little bit stally near this end game part, simply because Blissey is too fat. You know, Blissey is too fat. All we have is our special hitters, so Blissey's the perfect wall for that. Even with our Serene Grace, Calm Mind, and Blissey, it's still not going to be enough to knock it out. Considering that Blissey still gets Seismic Toss, I believe they can still win that. It'll be like a close 50-50. We're gonna go for another set of Spikes here, thinking he's gonna switch. He's not. Oh look, the first turn wake up, Thunder Wave. Good thing we dodged that. Good on your feet, Rosario. Rosario definitely doing a lot better. Finally showing what it can do. This Blissey's almost at full HP. We're going for a Sleep Powder again, but now we miss, and there's the Thunder Wave. So you know, I think that is fair. To be honest with you, we both missed our moves, but I did land a less accurate move more times than common. So yeah, still this is not good for us. We're gonna go for Sleep Powder. We do have the Natural Cure, mind you. We still outspeed, mind you. So we're just cock blocking this Blissey real bad right now. There's the guarantee first turn of sleep right there. So now we go for our third layer of Spikes. So Arcanine is surely not going to come in anymore. But we get paralyzed this turn. And Blissey's still asleep though, so that's fine. We're going to go for our third layer of Spikes again. Hopefully we don't get stuck. Yeah, now we have 3 layers of Spikes up, so Arcanine can't really come in anymore. Here comes a Seismic Toss. We're not Poison Point, we're Natural Cure. So that's going to deal a fair chunk of damage to us. There, we finally exposed our item to him. I believe now is the time we switch out. Or we're going to put it to sleep first. We're really trying to cock block this Blissey. For good reason too, mind you. Sleep Powder lands again. So now we're going to switch out. Surely next turn we switch out, we do realize we can't knock out the Blissey. Even though in terms of turns, I believe, what are we, 3-3? It is still 3-3, so yeah, now we gotta be more conservative of our HP. Now, we do know, yeah, he knows he walls us out, right? So now we gotta play a little carefully. We can't really, well, we can go into Nanny McPhee and Soft Boy and get the Calm Minds up. But I think we go into Venus here just to, because we have Recover as well. But also in case Arcanine does come back out or he switches out Water, it's just a really good defensive typing. Also, we get Marvel Scale with the Thunder Waves. Now he switches. Go out to Hitmontop, that's right, Hitmontop is still here on the field. So that's going to do 25% to that Hitmontop. We can set up hazards again, mind you. Because we do have the Rose Raid in the back with the Natural Cure, so that paralysis is gone. In case Blissey does come back out, we can set up Spikes again. He's probably up to go for Rapid Spin. We're up to go for the Skull. So again, any type of chip at this point is going to be crucial. Right now he can't really switch. He has to get rid of that Spike as soon as he can. But in our case, we can just deal damage. So we're kind of ahead right now. Even though I think we're behind on HP. No, Arcanine still has low HP. So I guess in terms of HP battle, we're still slightly ahead. So any type of chip is going to be important. That's the goal of this end game you're going to see right here. So yeah, Skull's going to do a lot. Here comes that Rapid Spin. This is going to deal nothing on us. But now he has to decide what he's going to do. Is he going to close combat or he's going to simply Sorry, I was playing my mic there. Is he gonna just simply switch out, or I don't know, what's he gonna do? What is he gonna soak another hit, or is he gonna do damage on us? I just can freely click Scald, mind you. He does send out Blissey, natural cure Blissey. As you can see, it's at full HP. My Blissey is not, so that's pretty bad. I should probably get that thing back up to full if can. You can see we're still getting that leftovers recovery. I believe we're gonna send out the Rose Raid this next turn, just because we know we can sleep powder and set up spikes again. If we can get that residual chip off, it'll be fantastic. Actually, we're gonna go into our own Blissey to resist the Thunder Wave and all that stuff. Resist the Thunder Wave. What am I talking about? Basically, resist any type of hit that comes our way. We also have Soft Boil as well. Seismic Toss. It's gonna come down to who's a faster Blissey. Luckily, I think we can hit our Thunderbolts and deal some damage while fishing for that paralysis. You see, we're still recovering a lot of HP though, so we gotta we're gonna use this chance to Soft Boil now. So Soft Boil plus recovery in leftovers is really good. Yo, it's probably a Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, Seismic Toss, Soft Boil set, or it's either that or it's Aromatherapy for the opposing Blissey. So you can see we Soft Boil up, and I believe we're gonna start Calm Minding, because yeah, Calm Minding is definitely gonna help us win this battle against the Blissey, if you know what I mean. We're actually Soft Boiling again. Oh, we're Soft Boil predicting the Seismic Toss. Oh, interesting. Okay, he goes for Thunder Wave. I would have just clicked Seismic Toss, to be honest with you, because the more you chip down the Blissey, the better your chances are winning, especially as we approach this final about 5 minutes of the game or so. At this point, I think I have enough HP. I'm going to try to get a paralysis of my own, thinking he's also going to switch as well into that Arcanine. He's going to probably play the RNG. So yeah, he switches out. What are you going to, Arcanine or Hitmontop? Hitmontop, okay. Of course, no hazards, but we can get the Thunderbolt off, do some massive chip onto this thing, and hopefully snag the paralysis. So we get the little chip, no paralysis, unfortunately. He's going to click Close Combat this next coming turn, or Fake Out. Most likely Close Combat. He has a opportunity to knock out my Blissey here, and look at that, final 3 minutes. HP is mattering a lot. So that's why I'm gonna switch out of my Blissey to reserve my HP. Arcanine still has low HP, so we're definitely winning that battle right now, but we gotta keep the momentum. Hitmontop is a threat because it can do a lot of chip damage with that close combat. Excuse me, I'm still nasally, guys. Apologies. Going on like these long ass tangents, it does make my nose get all stuffed up. So unfortunately, that's gonna be for this set, for these next sets, hopefully, and it'll get better soon. Nonetheless, you can see our close combat did some damage on us, so he's probably going to hit close combat again. I'm going to opt to recover. I'm forced to recover in this situation. I outspeed the Hitmontop. I'm surprised about that. I thought I would eat another one. Did I look up the speed? I think I might have looked up the speed. So you can see close combat going to do another chunk of damage on us, but this time it does nothing, you know. So I think we could have lived one more hit and get the big Scald off, but then I think we would have been endangered too. So I think recovery long term is the better move for this thing. As you can see, leftovers recovery on that. We're going to go for Scald here because we have to go for Scald. We have to go on the offensive. He's going to switch out into that Blissey. He's preserving that Arcanine in the back, of course, for the wall game at the end. Here comes our Scald. We're going to do some damage onto it. Can we get the burn on it? We do get the burn, so we finally neutralize that leftovers. So this Blissey is finally going to sustain its damage. It's just going to be there now. Sorry, this is a stally bit, but sometimes this is what the games come down to. We actually did more to prevent it from coming back to full HP. So that's a really good thing for us. We're going to go for recover, predicting a Thunder Wave. Yeah, we go first, obviously. We're going to preserve our health. Here comes that Thunder Wave as expected. So now we're actually more bulkier because we have the Marvel scale up. But any status, right? You get the defense boost. And you can see recovery, but the burn, so whatever. I think we have a little bit more health now in our Blissey, as long as we keep chipping at this thing. So we're gonna go for our Scald here, because we know we're doing more damage than it can recover. Here comes that seismic toss. We're gonna do about a quarter of our, actually not that much damage. But we have to click Scald. The more we chip it down, we're dealing more damage than it can recover. So that's good for us. But also it's neutralized as well because of the burn. So, you know, take that as you will. So it is getting a little stally. Yeah, the timer has ran out before I even realized it, but we did beat Josh. So that's how we're going to win this battle. Yeah, now we're 1-1 by a technical play. Hope you enjoyed this different style play. I'll see you all next time.